job. I mean, most of you out there, what are you really doing? Nothing. You're sucking up air. You're using resources that other people, like myself, like Cardi B, like Donald Trump, could be using to further our agendas because we are special. Yes, I am sorry. I am sorry. People like myself, Cardi B, who I believe her real name is Belcalis, and Donald Trump are special people. What do we share, me, Cardi B, and Donald Trump? What do we share? We're all magnetic. We're all funny, effortlessly. We all have a certain sex appeal. We've all maybe drugged people and taken things from them. Things they didn't need, okay? They don't need it. Here's another thing that unites me, Cardi B, and Donald Trump. We're all New Yorkers. Fuck yeah. Okay? We're better than you, bitch. Yeah, that's right. All the old systems are going to crumble and crack. The government's going to be irrelevant. Religions are going to disappear. Gender is over. We're all going to merge into higher beings. We're going to the next plane. You will be left behind. We will evolve, and you will be standing there like a fool. You will not go to 5D consciousness. This is all according to a woman that used to smoke a lot of meth, but makes a lot of sense. We got non-dairy ice cream yesterday. Follow along. But you need to get in line and get ready. Non-dairy ice cream can be very good, but it's always coconut-based. It has to be a flavor that works well with coconut already. It can't fight with the coconut. My point is that there's a mass awakening happening. People are waking the fuck up. We realize that pharmaceutical companies have enslaved us. Vaccinations, I mean, I don't want to get in trouble here, but do you really need to vaccinate your kids? Let's be honest. Be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that you're less than. No, let everyone tell you you're less than. You're less than. You are less than. There are people that are more than, and by definition, you're less. Shut up. Go back into a cave. Learn and then come out again. Are you laying in bed at night, scared?
I don't even remember what this was about. Based Tim Dillon, a beautiful gay man. Friend of mine growing up, Tim Dillon. This is how much of a patriot I am, by the way. My YouTube is all sorted. My YouTube is kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like, my YouTube is kind of fun because I listen to like Oh Susanna while working out. Can a Nazi do that? No. Suck my dick. I don't care. I'm trans and I'm horny. Let's see if that's funny. Computer, clip that part. Make a note. We're going to see if that's funny. Clips for later. If they ever make like a millennial core over Smosh, I will be distraught. I ain't marching no more. Communists. What are you, gay? What are you, gay? Just kidding. I don't actually care. 3 billion. Red font. Scary. Uh-oh. Yeah, fuck it. Hakeem, the Dream Olajuwon? Let's see.
How do we get these?
What's Hakeem Olajuwon's take on communism?
We found solutions. Adopting newer, modern technology can boost recycling across America.
2 for 2.
But we need the policies to champion
hang on.
that
Let's just see what's happening.
It's made to be more.
Hang on. Oh, they took the models out. Woke. The broad companies have gone woke. Yes, that's it.
Hello. In my personal
Computer,
experience,
clip that one too.
one of, if not the most frequent objection to socialism that I've heard is, socialism has killed 100 million people in the last century, when bringing up anything from universal healthcare to economic planning. It's uttered almost reflexively, as if it isn't a thought that one
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, my dick was bigger than 5 inches.
On their own, but one
Would you
that's
be
almost
interested?
taught to be shot back at a moment's notice.
You should be able to call these guys slurs, by the way.
100 million people killed.
100 million people.
100 million people.
Over 100 million people.
100 million people have died to Marxist ideology.
Hot take. 100 million people, a couple million people have probably died to, like, dysentery.
Bites this tit-for-tat numbers game. Why do people play this numbers game? It's dehumanizing, and it doesn't hold very well as an argument on its own. Stripped of its nuance, it's just a number, usually regurgitated as an attempt to stop a conversation before it even begins. Let's see where this originated first. The Black Book of Communism is the source. This book was assembled by a group of biased and highly motivated historians who aim to take stock of the victims of communism around the world, which they say comes to 100 million deaths. This 100 million figure is presented as a definitive total, but it's deeply contested, even amongst the book's own contributors.
Don't care.
In part because the main author, Stefan
Kofod,
was
They're still doing
completely
shit.
obsessed
God
with
bless.
getting to that 100 million number.
This is interesting. Like, I wish whatever's happening between these guys, like Hassan, Ethan, and the rest of those, I'm so jealous. I wish I had, like, that type of, like, mental illness to be mad at someone for more than, like, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. Put a gun to my head. Who gives a shit? Computer, remember that one. Let's see if that's allowed on YouTube. Caleb Perry moments, figuratively and literally. Yes. I remember her. Very interesting. The problem with, like, woke people was that we always knew that they were lying, right? We always knew that it was, like, performative, and, like, the amount of white women that said white man, I was like, can everybody shut up? And, like, what notes did I take? Not a question,
more of a command and an observation.
This is interesting. I wrote down Jackson Dorrit, President Gay. What the fuck does that even mean?
Close your legs, girl.
Anyway, back to the video. Computer, end that clip. And we're going to see later if it's funny.
I'll show Hull on this episode.
And?
Are those cameras 4K? You aren't going to like what you see.
The light bars set up and everything.
Yeah.
Softbox.
Oh my god,
lighting.
a beautiful Hull shot from me at the end of the episode. Stay tuned.
And then I'm going to do a voiceover like National Geographic.
The predator moves in on his prey.
It's Brittany just moving towards me with a couple fingers. No, we got to cut that off.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Now where is Caleb's pink? I only know about his stink.
I don't have one, y'all.
This is nice. I like when people pretend to be my friend on podcasts. Nick, too. I have a question. Hang on. Let's leave it. Ah, shit. You click one bra, and all of a sudden it's like, you have tits, right?
And said, and here it would come, and he'd say, slow down, you know. Wow. He said you couldn't even go to the bathroom.
In Chinese.
What? Hang on.
I don't know if you are. I am. Look, here.
Read it aloud. I don't think I can watch this. What the fuck? That guy's... Nah, whatever. That's gone forever. Never mind. Why modern leaders lack aura. True. Hang on. 20-minute video about this. You can't see me.
The question of why modern leaders appear to lack aura reveals far more than cultural nostalgia or romantic fascination with the past. It reflects a growing sense that contemporary political leadership
with this whole fucking video, hang on, computer, with why modern leaders lack aura. Whole video could just be like, too much technology, we know too much about him. Like, you mean to tell me Alexander? If Alexander had an iPhone, he'd be doing thirst traps. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Has become psychologically weaker.
What the fuck? Hang on. Why Gen Z will start a revolution. Hang on. That was hilarious. Please show me. Why everyone blames the boomers now. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Why Gen Z will start the next revolution. Hope Corps. Nope, that's not happening. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you're woke? Name all 3 of your congressmen right now. That's nice. This is how crap everything is. Now, YouTube has to have games because everyone's a fucking moron. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. My fucking neighbors. I don't know if this is true or not. My fucking neighbors may have stolen my marshmallows from Amazon. Amazon gave it to them. And then they took it inside. I haven't seen them all day. I left a note on the door. So the thing about, like, the tough on crime people, I kind of switched up. I changed my mind. I was affected a little bit on the other side. Complete fascism is okay with me. They need to burst down the doors, find my marshmallows, open fire on everyone, and then, stop blaming human nature for capitalism. You know what? White woman with eye makeup, I'd love to hear your opinions. Just kidding. Just kidding. Pseudo-intellectualism. Interesting. 30 minutes. Do we need to do that? True crime when Mindhunter was fucking incredible. Mindhunter was fucking incredible, and they canceled it because of woke. That's what happens. That's what happens. Women aren't into true crime. Done. It's immediately over. You need to have some fuck-ass BetterHelp ad in between it.
I don't know what bird that is in the back, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to fuck it to death after this.
Okay. I forgot this happened. Was this on the Patreon?
Birds never get raped.
Every night, this bird.
Birds are never raped.
Jesus.
Every night, this bird, right? What is it?
Every night.
What's
I think it's a mockingbird.
Mr.
What
Beast
rapes a
died
bird?
email.
Nothing.
All right, I'm going to skip this video. God bless. Mr. Beast. Is there a shitty YouTuber that I can watch? Mr. Beast, give me some money. Based. God bless. Mr. Beast. We should just start tomatoing these motherfuckers. I don't care if you're a homeless person. Why haven't you just I'd imagine if I was homeless, this is America. I can get access to a gun, and if I was homeless, God forbid, I'd probably just get a sniper rifle within the first week. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even let's see what happens. Anyway, Mr. Beast email food. He has no he smiles like an IKEA table, you know what I mean? I Ubered people and then he did car. I ate 100 email. Hang on. Mr. Beast. The rise and fall of Mr. Beast. He's literally doing fine. Food email. There was an email that was hey, I'm on a diet. Please don't give me anything. And I was like, the fuck? I'm not your friend, bro. Yeah, everything sucks.
So far as to just straight up fabricate numbers.
Back to pseudo-intellectual.
According to his own collaborators on the book, he arbitrarily made up the figures of
why
20
Gen Z isn't being intimate. Hard to fuck when your parents are in the house, man. I got my own apartment. And I'm I don't care. I got shit to do.
In fact, two co-authors, Jean-Louis Margolin and Nicholas Wirth, strongly objected to the book's approach. They criticized the decision to treat acts of communist governments as an intrinsic feature of communism itself, or socialism for that matter, arguing that this stripped all the nuance out of these various events.
This is interesting.
Their concern was...
You know what's fun about this is they all this move is fucking stupid. The Sig Heil is fucking gay. I don't know what
the far right in Italy and elsewhere in Europe is well known. But this time, something new is happening. The 45-year-old Giorgia Meloni is not only
a woman in charge
to become Italy's first female.
How does politics work in other countries? Brothers of Italy, okay. Forza, like the game. Democratic Party, Liptick, 5-star movement. That's probably some fucking
prime minister, but is set to form the most right-wing government of Italy since Benito Mussolini. She would be the first Italian leader since 1945 whose political party has never clearly renounced its fascist background.
They made fascism woke and gay
still alive in Italy? How come it wasn't?
You know, look, she has tattoos. This is what I love. You know what I mean? Somewhere on TikTok, there's going to be someone making think pieces about these women. First of all, look at them. What's going to happen? This guy's oh shit, I don't even realize. There's going to be someone, they're going to be oh my God, my boyfriend is abusive. Can you believe that? Yeah, bitch, you're throwing up a Sig Heil. What do you want? But then they're going to be a TikTok feminist throwing up shitty think pieces about these two idiots. Once again, lesbians being the problem.
This video is the first of 3.
Gay men are not the men of the gay community. Lesbians are. Gay men are the white women of the community. Don't bother me. Don't bother me because I'm woke for real.
The election on September 25th to answer these questions. Meloni's party, Fratelli d'Italia, is directly linked to its fascist past.
What's up with fascism? What's up with bald people and fascism? You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna happen. Oh, she made fun of me. Okay, fuck her. What do you want? What's gonna happen? No, I need to kill the immigrants. What the fuck? Yeah, sure. Fuck it, buddy. I don't fucking care.
Understand the political mess in Italy today, we must understand that past. In 1996, Meloni openly... We must understand that past. In
Somewhere on TikTok, there's gonna be some idiot being like, "Oh my god, her fashion sense is so brave." I might disagree with her political opinions, but her fashion sense,
Mussolini.
Some dumb white bitch. I think Mussolini was a good politician. Everything he did for Italy.
Time and again.
Well, maybe.
FDI parliamentarians, mayors, and party cadres make headlines with the fascist salute or with praise of the Duce and sometimes even Hitler. Is the likely win of Meloni gonna bring fascism to Italy? To make a better educated guess
okay, low-key, I don't think fascism in Europe means anything.
The
middle
future
powers
of Italy, it is essential
they're racist as shit anyway.
Learn about
That's what's so fun about leftists and like China. Like, be a minority in China, motherfuckers are like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They're like, communists genuinely think that there's gonna be a revolution. Guys, sorry to tell you.
The history of fascism in Italy and why Italy. It is to Italy, which is in turn linked to the well-being of the capitalist mode of production. This narrative now leads to understand
I skipped ahead.
But to him, Viola and Lauro Labrini, though he make headlines against Mussolini, Marx is quote.
Interesting. If I click that, it actually fucks it up. Oh, come on, YouTube.
Though. Socialism is famously participation was a party of Italy or fascism in Italy and of it bring fascism to Italy. To make a better parliamentarians, mayors, and party cadres make headlines with the fascist salute or with praise of the Duce and sometimes even Hitler. Is the likely win of Meloni, which is in turn linked to the well-being of the capital.
Hang on.
Or the PSI was one of
do
the
you
few
want to play
European
Fortnite?
ostensibly
God, this
socialist parties.
You can go have sex. Fuck. Do you want to play Fortnite or not? What the fuck? Oh, you want to go have sex? What a bitch.
Parties who did not advocate for the participation in the war, unlike the SPD in Germany.
Super penis disorder.
One of the more prominent members of the PSI, who was among those arguing against participation, was a certain Benito Mussolini, though his stance would only last for a few months. By the end of 1914, Mussolini fully supported the intervention of Italy in the war and would soon lead the fascist movement. This change in opinion didn't occur out of nowhere,
True enlightened centrist.
Understanding Mussolini's seemingly quick shift to the right is important for Marxist struggle against opportunism and in grasping the rise of fascism in general.
I didn't know this. He was a Marxist before he was a fascist. Mussolini. 5'6", by the way. That's kind of funny. Just kidding. I'm 5'7". Suck my dick. I don't care. Oh, he's short. Bye. I don't care. What a waste of my time. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, true enlightened centrist Mussolini.
In earlier years, Mussolini, who had a working class background, considered himself a Marxist, saying that
he would be an incel. Look at this guy's eyes.
Marx is, quote, the greatest theoretician of socialism. However, the Marxism that had reached him was
the greatest. Whoa.
Considered himself a Marxist, saying that Marx is, quote, the greatest theoretician of socialism. However,
I thought it was some alt bitch on TikTok.
Marxism that had reached him was a revised Marxism. Just kidding. It was through people like Artur.
Listen, I've met enough of them to know that most of them are racist and pretending. Don't ask me. That's another thing that's funny on TikTok. They like to pretend that like every man is like an Academy Award-winning actor. It's like, no, bro, you dated a fascist because you found him but relatable. Like that's like, don't even, it's the patriarchy always. Don't even give yourself like half a second to be like, why did I end up dating him? You know what I mean? Any sort of self-reflection.
Enrico Leone, and most prominently through Georges Sorel, that Mussolini learned about Marxist theory. A great admirer of
we need to bring back beards.
Marx, Sorel began to ditch key components of Marxist theory one by one, such as the theory of value, a critique of private property, or historical materialism. Quote, "To reform in a bourgeois society is to affirm private property. This whole book, thus,
Marx stole bourgeois from black women who said bougie. Interesting.
Presupposes that private property is an unquestionable fact.
Damn, I spent 3 hours on TikTok today and 2 hours on Instagram.
Combine Marx with marginal utility theory. He defended the importance of market forces, something Marxists want to abolish in the construction of socialism. Followers of Sorel, the so-called Sorelians, would later embrace non-intervention by the state in the economy to let competition for life and victory flourish, so to speak, in full agreement with the most extreme principles of the liberal political economy. He sided with German Social Democrat Eduard Bernstein when he put forth the revision of Marx in German.
Look at this shit. The truth about my divorce, and look at his face. Like, what the fuck? Everyone has YouTube right now. No one would even know that I'm married. If I even had a girlfriend, I'd be like, that's the woman I hired to pretend.
Social democracy. I already did an extensive analysis of this. You can watch that video by clicking on the eye in the top right corner.
Hang on.
Sorel agreed with the
Look at this idiot. The truth about my divorce, and then he has this stupid face. Everybody has YouTube right now, and then we wonder why like Trump keeps getting elected by like genuine retards. You know what I mean? What the fuck is this? She's probably racist. Everybody has YouTube brain. If I had a fucking wife or a girlfriend, no one would know that she existed. I would literally be like, that's a homeless woman I hired to pretend so I can aura farm. Anti-woke gamers are losing their minds. What the fuck? Alright, whatever. They're still doing... It's been like 10 years. God damn, dude. Anyway.
Need to revise Marx, but in a different direction. Whereas Bernstein wanted to update Marxism towards justifying reformism, Sorel maintained that revolution is the way forward. But to him, revolution was not something that arises out of the inherent contradictions of capitalism, but out of a conscious spiritual choice.
You need to be cool, which is why when people say like fucking like oh when it happens or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Oh, like, when it happened, they're going to, like, celebrate him dying, which is, like, what are they going to do? They were going to replace him with, like, probably a younger fascist. This guy's just, like, the average boomer. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is your granddad. Like, that, that's just the thing. Sorry. Every boomer is like this. The most prototypical selfish idiot who's, like, quiet piggy. And it's like, first, who are you to talk? But anyway, I know your ass isn't calling somebody else a pig, but whatever. I'm mean to old people. I don't mind. I don't mind. God bless. They're mean to me. What was I talking about? Yeah, they're going to replace him with some younger fascist. But, like, Stephen Miller's also, like, we could just look at him and be like, gay, and then no one's going to... This is the type of shit I want in my room. I want this level of propaganda in my fucking house.
The proletariat, which needs to be assisted by the power of myth. He had apparently found the underlying spiritual and irrational truth in Marxism, a truth the orthodox Marxists had not understood, according to him. Quote, a fully developed class is, according to Marx, a collectivity of families united by traditions, interests, and political opinions.
Whatever.
Now, if you've actually read Marx...
Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Creep. Yeah, no shit. Let's see what happens with denims. The woke. They don't do this anymore.
When Lumen
they don't do this anymore.
Game day experiences for 69,000 fans.
They don't do this anymore.
They made it woke. It's a woman. It's a woman. It's woke now. And then imagine my surprise when I go online and I actually see everyone being like, well, what the hell? I'm not going to play this.
Oh, this is about the new God of War game. Ah, fuck. You know what? It's annoying because, like, low-key, every game... There are, like, 4 types of games, and everything is just a copy of the other one. Like, no one's getting mad that it's the exact same game over again. You know what I mean? I'm turbo woke.
I really want to talk about the God
of War. Super Saiyan woke. I'm fucking...
Girl, you should get that checked out. Oh, problem number 1. Also, problem number 2, this isn't real. Hey, yo.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. It's a different game entirely. Never mind. I'll buy it. Just kidding. It's $70. Suck my dick. I'm not paying that shit. woke.
Hey, yo, chill.
Misogyny
chill.
aside.
Chill. I don't know you like that, man. The woman in this video game is too strong. Wait, what the heck?
She's got armor on. This is really dramatic.
People are so mad about this game, and I don't even think that
bored.
they know what they're mad about.
I'm bored.
At this point.
I'm already bored. That game looks fine. Women thinks women shouldn't lead. Okay. So TikTok is fucking bleeping now. Based, whatever. Do. Hang on, this is interesting.
In Berlin, 1945, there was a sense
boy
of
here. Boys love
impending
war.
doom. The optimists were learning English. The pessimists, Russian, as the Allies closed in on all sides.
The optimists were learning English. Okay.
Meanwhile, Red Army soldiers who had watched their motherland burn at German hands were preparing to enter the lair of the fascist beast and exact their revenge. The result was a human tragedy beyond comprehension. Berlin would be made to look like Stalingrad. In our previous
Did they boost for the algorithm like the TikTokers keep telling me to do? You know.
episode, we covered the end of the Second World War in the West. This time, we'll examine the final battles on the Eastern Front. Why did German soldiers continue to fight?
Oh, I saw this in Hearts of Iron.
Until the very end. How did an intervention from Stalin affect the battle? And what was the battle for Berlin actually like? This is the story of Germany's downfall on the Eastern Front. As 1945 began, the Soviets had one clear goal: end the war, if possible, within the next 3 months.
Ooh.
Using hard-won bridgeheads over the Vistula
You
River.
know, hang on.
Began, the Soviets had
Hang
one.
on. Now control.
As 1945 began, the Soviets had one clear goal: end the war, if possible, within the next 3 months.
Ooh, you know, as a Hearts of Iron player,
Using hard-won bridgeheads over the Vistula River, they planned to punch through to Berlin with the 1st Belarusian and 1st Ukrainian fronts.
You can do that.
Having built
you gotta
up
order the,
overwhelming superiority,
you gotta build the
manpower,
line,
and
then you
materiel,
gotta,
the Soviets were
you
certain
gotta buy
of victory
factories,
against an
military,
enemy
and,
that was on its very
regular
last
people.
legs.
The German army was a shadow of its former
I
self.
remember.
The remaining German forces were lacking in numbers, experienced officers, equipment, and fuel. To make
True, he could
up
not.
for
They
this,
could not have won.
Hitler established the Volkssturm in late 1944, made up of young teenagers, old men, and the wounded from earlier campaigns. This people's militia was more useful as a propaganda tool than as a fighting force.
We don't learn this in fucking school, dude. We like pretend like they're
This
like the biggest
Volkssturm
fucking
tunic
thing. You know
is
what I mean?
typical
Like,
of the sort of German uniform used in 1945. It's made from rough green-grey fabric rather than the finer field grey used earlier in the war. Many Volkssturm were armed with weapons like this Panzerfaust. It was cheap to produce in numbers and could be used with little training by Volkssturm fighters. But with its short range, the German soldier had to creep under cover as close to the tank as possible before firing its armor-piercing bomb.
Fuck? How old is that kid?
Even with to the tank as possible. At short range, the
My marshmallows?
German soldier had to creep under cover as
How old is this kid? First of all, low-key Down syndrome. But
close to
whatever.
the tank as possible before firing its armor-piercing bomb. Even with their Panzerfausts, officers of the German army saw little use for the Volkssturm other than as cannon fodder.
Navan, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place. Flights, hotels, cars, while staying within budget and earning professional.
German intelligence detected the Soviets as they built up for their attack, but Germany's leader, Adolf Hitler, refused to believe the reports. The German army chief of staff told Hitler that the front was, quote, a house of cards, but he refused to provide reinforcements by evacuating the Courland pocket, and even sent the
Very
6th
funny
SS
stuff on
Panzer
TikTok.
Army to the south for a planned offensive in Hungary. These mistakes would prove costly when the Soviet offensive began. At 5 a.m. on the 12th of January 1945, the first Ukrainian front began the attack. It was a particularly cold winter,
You know what?
and the local German commanders were expecting the
Now I'm
Soviets
kind
to
of
wait
interested
for the
in why
weather
he
to...
got divorced. Whoa, how to put a country together.
In Berlin, 1945, there was a sense of impending doom.
Oh, come on, dude. Show me the
Optimists
fucking
were
videos.
learning
I know
English.
you're listening to me. I
Pessimists
know you're
learned
listening to
Russian
me.
as the Allies closed in
I know
on
you're
all
spying
sides.
on me.
Meanwhile, Red Army soldiers who had watched their motherland burn at German hands were preparing to enter the lair of the fascist beast and exact their revenge. The result was a human tragedy beyond comprehension. Berlin would be made to look like Stalingrad. In our
Can't fucking find it. Why I got divorced. The truth about my divorce. The truth about my divorce. Black, weird Twitch guy. Yes.
All right, it's time. Let's talk about the divorce. So I've
She
been
wanted
away for
60-40,
quite a
he
while.
wanted 50-50,
Let me
they
tell you
got
what,
40-40,
at this
and the
point,
lawyers got 10.
The case is over.
I
I've
have
been
no
trying to
business,
get
but
this
thank you for
divorce
sharing.
settled.
More
It
trying to be a
was
lawyer and specialize in divorce. True. Lawyers are the real. Thank God Kachi did not get split in half. Spent $400 to make $1,500. Dude lost half his Pokemon. That's brutal, bro. Damn. Damn. This is divorce tutorial. Biblical levels of greed. Spending for reacts. What a shrewd businesswoman. The best part is all behind you now. Good for you. Never mind. This doesn't seem entertaining. Analytic versus continental philosophy. How fast can I win? Speedrunning and how fast can I win? Useless in World War II. Hey, man. Hezbollah, the untold story. You know what? I keep seeing shit. Day of Rage. How Trump supporters took the U.S. Capitol. Visual investigations. This is so funny to me. Because I remember watching the news at that point, and everybody was like, it was like meth addicts had like ran. They're like meth addicts with guns, and they're like, "Oh, who's that lady that was like, this is such crack behavior or something?"
Have been pressing for 3 months for a massive invasion of the Lebanon. Plan would not do for
people of Lebanon.
The defense minister have been pressing for 3 months for a massive invasion of the Lebanon. Plan would not be for a limited operation, but for one which might go all the way to Beirut.
To have been buried in massive graves.
John Cena.
A large plot of unmarked graves.
Today's murderous attacks on the Marine headquarters and a building housing
These deeds make so evident the bestial nature of those who would assume
U.S.
power.
intelligence is particularly concerned that Hezbollah, a sworn enemy of the U.S. and Israel,
today amongst Christians,
we're going to get to go into Lebanon.
יהפוך את ביירות ואת דרום לבנון, לא רחוק מכאן, לעזה.
Personal wireless devices exploded.
Come on, dude, get to the fucking thing. The intro. Jesus Christ, I know. Why they lost.
The Second
Not
World
cool
War
enough. That's
was
what it was.
the biggest conflict in human history. It touched every continent, claiming millions of lives, and it created the world that we know today. But why did it turn out the way it did? Why did the Allies win the war? Or is a better question, why did the Axis lose it? Using IWM's Second World War galleries, we'll journey through the key events, turning points, and human stories that decided the outcome. First, let's go back to the 1920s. These were the world's major powers. Now there were 6 of them.
It doesn't explain
Two
war, hinging
were
on
cut
D-Day,
above the
Stalingrad, or
rest.
something silly,
True
when they're
global
unapologetic, the war is
superpowers,
an industrial
and they
war,
would both
yes.
join the Allied side in the coming war. Britain was the world's largest empire. With its huge navy, it controlled the world's oceans, while the United States was the world's richest country, the financial capital of the globe. But in 1929, everything changed. The world economy crashed, and Britain and the US stepped back from the world stage. In the chaos, nationalist governments rose to power around the world, in particular in Germany and Japan. Their new governments wanted to build empires from which they could extract resources and become global superpowers themselves. Crucially, they were prepared to go to war to make this vision a reality.
The policy of Britain, France and the United States was to avoid war at any cost. The United States passed laws requiring it to remain neutral in any future war, while Britain employed a strategy known as appeasement. This policy is widely discredited today, but at the time it was popular. On display here in IWM's Second World War galleries is the Anglo-German Declaration, signed by Prime Minister Chamberlain and Adolf Hitler. It was drafted in the wake of the Munich Conference, where the British and French had agreed to Hitler annexing the German-speaking parts of Czechoslovakia in the hope of avoiding war. Chamberlain believed that this piece of paper guaranteed peace for our time. But less than a year later, he would find himself declaring war on Germany.
In 1931, this new era of conflict began. Japan invaded Manchuria and was soon engaged in a full-scale war with China. They made rapid advances, but the territory was vast and Chinese forces continued to resist. By 1939, the Japanese had run out of steam. During this time, they also perpetrated numerous atrocities against the local population, who they deemed racially inferior. Up to 20 million Chinese people would die over the course of the Second World War. Meanwhile, in Europe, Germany began building up their war machine and expanding their territory in Europe. First the Rhineland, then Austria, then the Sudetenland in 1938.
They got some cool names.
It was at this point that Hitler signed the Anglo-German Declaration that we saw in 1938.
Australia is hungry.
It was at this point that Hitler signed the Anglo-German Declaration that we saw earlier, promising that his ambitions had been satisfied. But the following year, he annexed the remainder of Czechoslovakia. It was a watershed moment. Despite their unpreparedness for war, Britain and France gave security guarantees to Poland. And so, when Germany invaded in 1939, Europe was engulfed in all-out war.
Ooh, you know what's crazy about Britain and France? They're not showing this on the map, but look at all the fuck. They had a fuck ton of like space, not space, but like occupied land in Africa, where all those resources were, and they still fucking barely won.
Then, in a shocking development, the Soviet
they still couldn't like pick up the logistics.
Union allied with Germany to invade Poland from the east. The communist Soviets and fascist Germans were ideological enemies, but in 1939 and 40, they put their differences aside and remade Europe. The Soviets occupied the Baltic states, plus parts of Romania and Finland. Meanwhile, the Germans took Denmark and Norway before achieving one of the most stunning victories of the war.
But they didn't say this in Hearts of Iron.
Tactics, German forces overran France and the Low Countries in the space of just 6 weeks. Britain was vulnerable.
When the British evacuated from France at Dunkirk,
what happened?
with the help of small boats like Tamsin, they left
forces overrunning. Meanwhile, the Germans took Denmark and Norway before achieving one of the most stunning victories of the war. Using cutting-edge tactics, German forces overran France and the Low Countries in the space of just 6 weeks.
What happened?
Britain was vulnerable.
Then what happened? Guy was a fucking idiot, never heard of World War II.
France at Dunkirk, with the help of small boats like Tamsin, they left nearly all of their heavy equipment behind. The appearance was of an unstoppable German war machine, and Britain alone and at bay. However, this wasn't entirely the case. Britain received crucial support from its empire and dominions, the United States, plus other nations whose governments were in exile in the UK. Germany expected Britain to surrender, but to Hitler's dismay, Britain's new Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, resolved to fight on. Britain could still rely on the vital defensive barrier of the English Channel.
Ooh. I gotta close my fucking shades. I'm in an apartment. I wonder how many people have like seen me jork it. You know what I mean? Not that I'm complaining. Nobody said anything yet. No lasers have been pointing at my penis. I gotta close the thing and learn about World War II again, as a rite of passage for boys. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Royal Navy was at full stretch, but still the largest in the world. And the Royal Air Force had a highly sophisticated air defence system and cutting-edge fighter aircraft. Together, they were able to hold Germany at arm's length and prevent an invasion. Britain was still in the war.
It was now that Germany, Japan, and Italy
I can't believe no one made fun of his little mustache.
signed an
you know what I
alliance
mean?
to become the Axis powers. Now, at this point, their prospects looked good. However, beneath the surface, there were big problems. Italy wanted to build a new Roman Empire in North Africa and the Balkans, but their attempts to conquer Greece and Egypt were
I
floundering.
remember that from Hearts of Iron.
Germany's new territory in Europe was being blockaded by Britain's Royal Navy, and supplies were running short. In Europe was
In the real world,
Egypt
this strait, I wonder what happened to this strait.
were
Because
floundering.
this strait is the one that people are like, what the fuck? But like Spain could fuck shit up right now,
Germany's
you know
new
what I mean?
territory in Europe was being blockaded by
Niggas be
Britain's
like, well,
Royal
as long
Navy,
as
and
the
supplies
imperial
were running
core is
short.
retarded.
In fact, Germany was so lacking in food and oil that their alliance with the Soviet Union was the only thing keeping them afloat. Likewise, Japan had
true.
occupied French Indochina in 1940 to cut the Chinese off from their supply lines.
See, like, this is what I mean.
this-
Look at India and like look at like China. There's like a fucking incredible line of like resources here. And like, look at this. They always have like the parts of like the Middle East.
This act had
Jesus
provoked
Christ.
a fierce response from the
Actually, I
United
don't think
States.
those parts. Well, they might.
The
They probably
United
do.
States was not officially
I think it's the
in
equator
the
or
war,
something.
but it was still making its presence felt. The atrocities committed by Japan in its war against China helped to sway American public opinion against Japan. In response to the Japanese seizure of French Indochina, America imposed an oil and steel embargo on Japan. When Britain and the Netherlands joined
Oh my
in
god, I just
response,
remembered too.
helped to sway American public opinion against Japan. In response to the Japanese seizure of French Indochina, America imposed an oil and steel embargo on Japan.
Oh my fucking god, dude. I just remembered Hassan Piker. I was watching his stream a couple weeks ago. He made a joke about like what happens when you embargo Japan. Like literally his entire chat was like laughing along. Ha 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 ha. And then he did a poll of how many people actually got it. Literally 88% of the people had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. There's not going to be a revolution. I don't know what these guys are always talking about. Like, I don't know, you know
When
what I
Britain
mean?
and the Netherlands joined
so
the
glad
embargo,
I'm so
Japan
glad.
lost access
I only sometimes
to
listen to them because I'm like,
94%
yeah, what's
of
happening?
its
There's like a
oil
bomb or
imports,
something.
effectively overnight. The Americans were also gearing up their own war machine. And while America was
The
still
military
ostensibly
industrial
neutral,
complex.
this crucial material of war was supplied exclusively to the Allies. The United States
Cool story
soon passed
about-
the
about,
Lend-Lease
like,
Act, which supplied aircraft,
Cool story.
ships, food, and clothing.
Cool story. I forget like what the specifics are, but one time like during World War II, there was like a guy who was like it was one of the car companies. I think it might have been like one of the Ford guys, or the GM Pontiac, maybe one of them. But during World War II, there was like an issue with the factories because it was I don't know how to talk. During World War II, interesting little story. I forget the specifics, but there was a car company, and they were like trying to repurpose their like factories to like match like British engineering or like British precision for like their engines, and they literally like could not because there were like so many bottlenecks in the actual like production of said engine that they got the blueprints from England again because they were helping them out initially. And then one guy, he just like sketched it out on a napkin, like how to fix everything, like make like actual like a war machine go. military-industrial complex go brrr, whatever. You know what I mean? That's an interesting story. You don't get like training at jobs anymore. They just expect you to fuck it up and then just like learn from your mistakes.
Free of charge.
That's crazy. You know what
This onslaught of American weapons posed a serious problem for Germany and Japan.
Welcome to Strike Gently. We sell woven blankets. We have over 80 different blanket designs to choose from.
Don't care.
The Axis powers were under
They look
pressure.
nice. I don't
Japan
care.
risked running out of oil and losing its war with China, while Germany risked becoming subservient to their hated enemy, the Soviet Union.
Japan.
They could not survive like this for
AKA
long.
the New Jersey
and so,
of Asia.
in 1941, both Germany and Japan decided to risk everything. Despite their weakness, they widened the war to capture the resources they so desperately needed. In June 1941, Germany turned on their ally and invaded the Soviet Union. They had the largest invading force in the history of warfare, but the Soviet Union was a huge country. If they wanted to win, the Germans would have to do it quickly.
Nazi ideology deemed Slav peoples to be racially inferior and hence a less formidable enemy. Hitler believed we have only to kick in the front door and the whole rotten edifice will come tumbling down. This dismissive assessment
Very familiar to motherfuckers in the Middle East when they're like, oh
Proved
shit. Because like
deadly.
every people are people. You can't underestimate war
for
if
Nazi
you're a fucking
Germany.
idiot. Especially if you're
the
not fighting.
Germans underestimated the Soviet resilience and the
You can't be
immense
racist and
reserves
be a
of
good
people
leader. Like,
which
that
they had at
requires
their
basic
disposal.
logic.
The Soviets undertook a
Yes,
mammoth
people are
relocation
people.
of industry,
Doesn't matter if they're
encompassing
developed
entire
or not. Don't
production
fucking
plants behind the Ural Mountains. This ensured that their armed forces had the weapons, like the M30 howitzer, to combat the invasion. Meanwhile, the Soviet people sacrificed their lives on an astonishing scale in defense of their motherland. In all, 25
Is that it? I thought it was
million
like, we're gonna
Soviet
shoot you
citizens
if you
would
don't
lose
fight.
their lives in what official
that's propaganda.
called the Great Patriotic War. The Germans needed a quick victory, but the fortitude of the Soviets denied them this.
In December 1941, the German advance was brought to a halt just a few miles from Moscow. Their great gamble had failed. At almost
Ooh, that's
exactly
why I
the
never
same
gamble.
time,
Fuck
The
Kalshi.
Japanese launched an attack of their own.
Hang on,
You-
that
in
seems
December 19...
But the fortitude of the Soviets denied them this.
In December 1941, the German advance was brought to a halt just a few miles from Moscow. Their great gamble had failed.
Ooh,
At
that's why I
almost
never gamble.
exactly the same
Fuck Poly
time,
Market.
the Japanese launched an attack of their own, but it did not come against the Soviets. With their army bogged down in China, the Japanese planned to capture the oil, rubber, and iron ore-rich areas of Southeast Asia. However, they believed that by attacking these territories, they would bring the United States into the war against them. And so, to
True.
give cover for this southern strike, they launched a surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet at
Kind of fucking stupid if you ask me. Okay, so if we attack these islands, they've been assured safety by these other countries. Actually, I don't remember if that part happened. I think there's probably just like word, whatever. If we attack these islands, this other country might get involved. So to circumvent that, we should attack the other country first. Oh my god, a genius move. Thank you, fascism,
Pearl Harbor.
again for a genius
Their
thought-out
attacks
plan.
were successful, and Japan took control of much of the territory and resources that they needed. Their hope was to defend them with such tenacity that the Americans, who they perceived as cowardly, would choose to negotiate. But instead, the United States, Britain, and the Soviet Union came together and formed a plan for final victory.
In the wake of the attack on Pearl Harbor, isolationist sentiment in the United States was quickly extinguished. President Roosevelt, Churchill, and Stalin agreed they would only accept the unconditional surrender of the Axis powers. The Allies planned to secure victory through a relentless attritional struggle at sea, in the air, and on land. To do this, they would have to leverage their advantage in people, resources, and production. The ungainly looking B-24 Liberator, which you can get up close with at IWM Duxford, is representative of those virtues. At the peak of output, the vast production plant at Willow Run, Michigan, was building one aircraft every 63 minutes.
The tide of the war was about to take a dramatic turn.
Imagine having Jared
By
tickets for that.
1942, the Allies had broken German and Japanese codes, helping them to win vital victories like the Battle of Midway, in which American aircraft sank 4 Japanese aircraft carriers, gutting the Japanese Navy as an offensive force. Similarly, on the Eastern Front, Germany's last-ditch effort to capture the oil fields of the Caucasus was foiled at the Battle of Stalingrad, the bloodiest battle of the war, where Soviet forces surrounded and destroyed an entire German army. The Axis powers had hoped for a quick victory. Instead, they were stuck in a war of attrition in which they were outnumbered in every conceivable way. It was now up to the Allies to turn their myriad advantages
Fascism is gay and
into
annoying.
a victory.
Yes, we know.
The term Battle of the Atlantic implies a clash of grand fleets akin to that of Trafalgar. Rather, it was a struggle conducted during the entire war as Germany employed U-boats in an attempt to starve Britain out of the conflict. The Germans sank millions of tons of Allied shipping, illustrated here in IWM's Second World War galleries. Losses peaked during what German submariners called the Second
sponsored
Happy
by
Time
this
in
museum.
1942. But the Allies began to turn the tide. The Allies were able to replace their losses with mass-manufactured Liberty ships. At peak production, 3 were built every 2 days. They also developed their convoy tactics, providing improved naval escorts. Finally, technical innovation was also employed. Aircraft, like the Very Long Range Liberator to cover the entire Atlantic, sonar and the Lee Light to hunt out the U-boats, and the Hedgehog mortar to assist in their destruction.
By 1943, the Allies were winning the Battle of the Atlantic and were slowly strangling the Axis powers with blockades of their own. When the Japanese attempted to transport the bounty from their newly conquered territories back to the home islands, they were savaged by American submarines and aircraft. In fact, the Axis powers had so little oil that they had to slash training times for their pilots, making them easy prey for their better trained adversaries. By now, the Allied forces had taken the offensive, island hopping towards Japan, recapturing Ukraine, and knocking Italy out of the war. This brought them closer to Axis territory, where Allied air power could now deal real damage.
The British and Americans subjected the Third Reich to a round-the-clock bombing campaign. The British wreaked destruction on housing in German towns and cities by night, and the Americans targeted daylight precision bombing at German factories. The costs for both USAF and Bomber Command were high. On display, we have a tail section from a Bf-110 night fighter, whose pilot, Heinz Wolfgang Schnaufer, downed 121 unescorted British bombers. Still, the strategic bombing campaign caused the Germans to disperse their aircraft production to smaller factories, sacrificing economies of scale. Luftwaffe fighter aircraft were lured into the air to attack massed formations of American bombers, whereupon they were engaged by the USAF fighter escorts. In this attritional warfare, the Allies triumphed.
By now, American bombers were also striking Japan, using firebombs to torch entire cities. Hundreds of thousands of Axis civilians would lose their lives in the Allied strategic bombing campaigns. 1944 also revealed the height of the Holocaust, Germany's campaign of mass murder against Europe's Jewish population. In total, 6 million Jewish people would be starved, murdered, or worked to death in the service of Germany's ailing war economy.
Never
that
made
summer,
any sense,
the
low-key.
Allies landed in France.
Like, never made any sense to me. You know what I mean? If you think they're inferior, leave them alone, clearly.
On D-Day and began to liberate Western Europe. At the same time, the Soviets launched the massive Operation Bagration. Both campaigns saw major success. Not only did they outnumber the Germans in men and machines, but they also had better logistics, supplying their men with trucks, while the Axis powers mainly relied on horses.
Damn,
the Allied leadership
I thought
had
they were
learned how to
sophisticated.
fight a modern war.
At the beginning of the war, the Germans delegated considerable authority to field commanders. This autonomy enabled the astounding success of the campaign against France in 1940. By comparison, Stalin appointed himself Supreme Commander of Soviet forces. We have his shoulder boards on display here.
Kind of funny,
But
not gonna
as
lie.
the war progressed, Stalin began to trust the advice of his generals, with improved results. Meanwhile, Hitler went in the opposite direction. He began to believe increasingly in his own strategic genius. I go the way Providence dictates, with the assurance of a sleepwalker, he said. Hitler refused requests by field commanders to make strategic withdrawals, with disastrous consequences for the German army.
As a result, the Allies made consistent gains. The outcome of the war was essentially decided, but Germany and Japan refused to surrender. The starkest manifestation of this was the sacrificing of young Japanese pilots ordered to crash their aircraft crammed with explosives into Allied naval vessels. This insistence on fighting to the death derived from the belief that surrender was a contemptible shame. As a result,
maybe that's why they're all
misery,
fucking weird now. You know what I mean?
bloodshed would continue.
Adolf Hitler gave precedence to Germany's Vergeltungswaffen, or vengeance weapons, like the V1 suspended here. Hitler believed the casualties and destruction wreaked by these weapons would terrorise the civilian population, causing the Allied leaders to sue for peace. This, however, was a delusion. The vast resources devoted to producing V-weapons came at the cost of producing much-needed armoured vehicles and fighter aircraft. It also cost the lives of tens of thousands of slave labourers who were forced to build the weapons in terrible conditions deep underground. By contrast, the Allies spent considerable wealth developing a brand new era-defining weapon with decisive impact, the atomic bomb.
In May 1945, crushed from east and west, the Germans were forced to surrender. Japan fought on, but when the United States dropped 2 atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the Soviet Union invaded Manchuria, it became abundantly clear that there was no point in further resistance. In August 1945, the Second World War came to an end, with the Allies victorious.
The Allies had an overwhelming superiority in natural resources and population, the sinews of total war. But this advantage did not assure them of victory. Through an indomitable spirit and dogged resistance, they survived the initial reverses to fight another day. They agreed upon a broad strategy and learned, often painfully, how to fight a modern war. They also successfully exhorted their populations to prodigious efforts and sacrifice. For millions, the ultimate sacrifice. The people of the Allied nations demonstrated their resolve and resilience, whether in fighting the Axis, producing the myriad manufactures demanded by modern mechanised war, or serving in the many auxiliary services. On VE Day, Churchill addressed crowds in London with the words, "This is your victory."
Based. What's happening here? I saw the dubs, big dubs, fat dubs on the timeline. Yeah, whatever, man. Who cares? Who cares? Hang on, Mamma Mia. Hang on. What's happening?
She's recording the fucking door. What? What the fuck is she doing?
Majority Report. Jesus, I thought this guy was naked, fully naked. Forgot what this is. I don't even remember. Chat. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, just pick it. We're gonna pick it. This is like a random Reuben, is what it is.
Imagine a dartboard that's only a bullseye.
All right, here is
Don't care. Do 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 do. Jesus Christ, the most overhyped car. I saw one of these in fucking I saw one of these in fucking like traffic the other day. I was driving. They motherfucker like made a U-turn in front of me, and I had to like slow down on my Corolla. What the fuck, bro? Sorry I fucking made correct decisions. If you're gonna spend that much money on a car, what are you doing? Anyway, I gotta finish this game. I gotta finish this fucking game. Whoop, leave that up. BRB, switching scenes. Put that down. And back. Hang on, let me back up. Let me get into my ow. Let me get in my cool guy posture. Hang on, look at this. Look at this shit. Move this. Fuck that. Put this back here so I can reach it. Can I reach this over here? How long does this go? Nice. Interesting. Look at this. Battlefield. Still $40. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Ah, fuck, the light's too fucking. Oh, shit. The light's too much. Hang on, I'll just sit like this. I just sit like this because I'm cool. Turn this off. Yes. $100. Oh, look, it's 25% off. Suck my fucking dick, dude. Get the hell out of here. What happened to like the good deals? You know what I mean? Like there used to be real deals in video games. Now it's like, here, do you want the here's this epic version of the game. $20 off. Oh, $20 off. That's nice. How much is it originally? $5,000. That's nice. You know, you go ahead and keep that. I don't really You go ahead, buddy. I don't really mind. Whoop. Whoop. What the fuck happened to Assassin's Creed? Looks like I deleted it. Alright, Batman, here we go. Batman, suggested scenes. Hopefully. What the fuck? Shit. No one could see what I was doing. No one's here, but it's fine. Genius. Progress is saved. One of this indicator is display. Jesus, is this zooming in on me? What the fuck? Don't do that. Da-da-da-da-da. Batman, the Telltale series. I wonder how big his cock is. Checking for DLC. Dick loading content. Ding 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 ding. Get the full experience to access new features and exclusive content. Get the fuck out of here. Play Shadows Edition. There are more shadows. Batman Shadows is going to answer the remastered textures. You play with your favorite time. That means nothing. That means nothing, actually. Oh, look, his eyes glow. Because he's an angel. Doo-doo-doo. I wonder if there's porn. Adjust the slider so the Batman symbol was barely visible. You know what? I'm just going to go and Adjust. Look at this shit. I hate when they do this. Adjust the slider so bat symbol is barely visible. Yeah, brother, you never do this correctly. I'm gonna have to brighten this shit all the way up. What's happening outside? Ooh, purple, yellow. In the movies, it's blue. That's canon. How long have I been awake? The series adapts the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play. Not really though, bro. You know what I mean? When they figure out machine learning and like real, like that's video games like this are gonna pop off. Big ass moon, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's why shit's so fucking Gotham. That's City Hall. Zero chance that's New York.
Hey, what are you?
He wasn't fucking Union, huh? Computer, remember that clip too. They have asthma.
Get it open. On it.
Jesus Christ.
You think he's gonna show? Bring the whole goddamn place down. Stay focused. We'll be out of here before anyone can stop us.
The Intifada will be globalized. That's what these idiots think is happening. Holy shit, that's a hanging train. He just fingers it. He's like, oh, ew, 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 ew. Computer, remember that too. Nice mustache.
I'm going in. Hey, wait! Wait for backup! Don't need it. Take the stairs. I heard stories, you know. Sent 3 home in an ambulance. The rest in body bags. No wonder the cops want him dead. Hey, you ever seen him?
Yeah, Gotham Zoo. With all the other flying animals.
Ah, fuck my knees. How the fuck did he not see me? Hey. I hope this isn't one of those time things. I'm not good at those. He can see that, but he can't see me across a fucking street or farming. The hell, bro?
Huh?
Why? Bitched out immediately. Come on, bro. Lock in. Look how big my fucking pecs are. You're fucked, buddy.
Bruce,
on the toilet after Taco
can't
Bell.
keep doing this.
True.
I have to. No one else will. Every drop of blood, everything you've sacrificed.
Bruce, if you give your wealth away to fund labor unions, maybe there'll be less crime to fight. And then it's like, motherfucker. Bruce, if you give your wealth to an actual fucking, I don't know, mental health facility, you could be like, woke guy plays fucking Batman game.
City's safer now.
I actually don't care. Zero print. The real Batman would have print. Computer, remember that.
And people will keep you in the crosshairs until you're shot out of the sky.
I can handle it.
I can handle it.
I wasn't paying attention, so I kind of just clicked whatever.
Shit! The hell'd he go? Whatever got in, don't let it get out.
Why are his eyes covered? Back when they had real fucking cubicles. Look at the size. Look at the... This is a great business. Look at the size of these cubicles. Hang on. What's happening? Right. Okay.
What's that?
Holy shit, I'm fast as fuck. Computer, remember that part. Guy's on his lunch break. Now what do I do? I'm not good at these like quick time events, man. Use to move the break trigger. Okay. This This is bad if I'm like a slow reader and I just kind of go, I just observe things, you know what I mean? Up.
Back to back, circle up!
These farts. Hey! It's a fucking bomb, it just fucking explodes.
What the hell is this?
Batman forgot his fucking no-kill rule for a second. Up. Up. Loki stealing Spider-Man's whole flow. They couldn't have just shot the fucking thing. Okay. What's that little thing at the bottom left? How much bat juice I have left?
I know you're trying to create a myth, but be careful you don't turn into a monster.
Sometimes you need a monster.
Come on! Come on!
So I killed him. Up. Hey. Up. Down. Hang on. Charging up my bat mana. Hang on. I think I gotta show this shit a little faster. Up. Down. Ah, shit. Beat his ass. I love games like this because it's like I'm kind of watching a movie. I'm not really playing. Ooh. Shoots him in the fucking head. Up.
Didn't your mother teach you to knock?
Catwoman, we need to have
Behind you,
sex.
big boy. Heyday.
Kind of fun. This is kind of fun. Ah, shit, I missed. Kill him away! What's her number, please? You gonna use the fucking claw thing on her? Sexist.
If you want to be intimidating, you're succeeding. Criminals are becoming afraid of you, so are the police.
It's a scare tactic, Al. Just a performance.
How come he didn't use the fucking anger thing on her? Batman when there's a chance to get pussy. Alfred, my moral compass.
That doesn't belong to you.
I was wondering if we'd cross paths.
You broke the law. Here I am.
Cut the shit.
His voice with
The
AI?
law.
What the fuck?
Don't tell me that's why you do all this.
I can pay for the law.
Squeeze
The
into
city
a
needs
suit,
to. No one else
tie
can
on
do
a
the job.
cape.
I
Most
do it for the
people dressed
thrill.
up like that end up in Arkham.
This city needs protecting.
Gotham needs a hero. Someone to hunt down people like you.
So that makes me what?
She'll remember that. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I hate games. Computer, remember that bullshit.
Gotta admit it though. You give a good chase. One day you might actually catch me.
Tonight.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Then let's put you in a cage.
Everyone's so fucking horny. Jesus Christ.
Bring it, Bat.
Beat his ass, Catwoman. Did I lose? Better beat my ass. Hang on. What happened? Oh, it just does that, whatever. Okay. I think it's supposed to be how good I am. Do I get pussy depending on how good I am at the game? Hell of a fucking metaphor, am I right, computer? Look at this. Catwoman whipped by Batman Cat. Shit, I gotta pay attention. Batman whooped by Catwoman. He punched her in the fucking face. What the fuck? This is low-key weird, hang on.
You get this? Move us in, closer!
Change my mind. Beat her ass. Ooh. Jesus fucking. Whoa.
It's over.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Whoops. Right trigger, right trigger. Now he wants to use the fucking trigger. Batman's gotta chill, low key.
Two of them now? Jesus! Got it! Wait! Do not shoot!
Gotta chill, man. Batman's low key beating the shit out of her. Hang on, I don't like this. Down it. Oh, whatever. Yoink. Boom! Shit, no, I thought I was gonna uppercut the shit out of it.
Why go to all that trouble for this?
Shit!
A myth can't be killed. You, however, are flesh and blood.
The fuck?
Damn it! I said don't shoot! No! Wait!
The Batsuit isn't bulletproof? What kind of fucking bullshit is that? Right trigger. Oh shit, did I kill her? We should have fucking thought about this before you told me to right trigger, buddy. Hey. Hey. Should we just fall? Hey. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I gave her a black eye.
Guess I was wrong about you catching me. Not sure if it was for my sake or yours.
Yeah, fuck it.
Who put you up to this? Answer me or I let go.
But you won't. You're not
Fuck,
that
she
kind
saw
of
right
guy.
through me. She saw right through me.
I bet.
Step out of the shadows and be Bruce Wayne tonight.
Oh, that's a much harder fight.
Don't let tombstones be your family legacy.
Don't let tombstones be your family legacy. Oh no, the little rich boy have problems with the fucking whatever, bro. Like what?
Time to save the city.
Damn, man, my gaming setup is old. I have an Xbox S.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. A humble district attorney like myself is not used to such a ringing endorsement. Even one who cut Gotham's crime rate in half. For too long, this city has burned with corruption and greed.
It'd be crazy.
Under Mayor Hill's
It'd be crazy if this was like fully Mumdani, just like he just stops the act and he's like, just kidding, I'm evil, fuck you.
authority. But I promise you,
He's
a
fucking
vote
jacked.
for Harvey Dent is a vote to finally put your foot down. And together, we can stamp out the fire and save our great city. If only Mr. Wayne, my campaign's largest backer, could have heard that applause, he would well, there he is. Fashionable and fashionably late as always. Say hi, Bruce.
Enjoy my wine. Welcome to Maine Manor. Welcome to Maine Manor.
Welcome to Wayne Manor, everyone.
My
The other two were
apologies
so
for the late
fucking
arrival.
corny. What the hell?
Not to worry, Mr. Wayne. We've all made ourselves very comfortable. Thank you again, everyone, for
You
your
can see through the
unwavering
ice.
support. Together, we will change Gotham.
Is there ever a communist in the the Batman
Mr. Wayne,
comics? I don't know.
thank
I'm not
you
a
for
comic book
opening your
reader.
house
Fake
to
nerd.
us.
Fake nerd.
I know this is the biggest mansion in Gotham, but I don't think you got lost on your way here. Where were you? I know you prefer the brooding billionaire angle, so the sooner we
Working
make
the
nice
night
with
shift, that's
donors,
funny.
The sooner everyone will leave you alone.
Just working the night shift.
Yeah, well then you're pulling a double. No one came here tonight to see me.
What the fuck?
They
They
wanna
should.
see the Bruce
Gotta go
Wayne,
populist.
Am I right?
And I can see him just fine from here.
This shouldn't be painful. It's not a kidney stone. It's only a little FaceTime with potential donors. Your face, specifically, with a mouth that's saying, support Harvey Dent. We're the grease, they're the wheels. And they're rolling in enough
I hate being
cash
someone I'm
and votes
not.
to help make
Finish the
Gotham
drink. I'm doing this
a
for
place
Gotham.
families
Yeah, fuck
again.
it.
I'll do anything for Gotham. It's my home.
It's our home.
It's not what I said, but
This'll
whatever.
help you too, Bruce. Once I've turned this city around as mayor, you'll be a hero for funding my campaign. Now all I need is a decent slogan. I'm terrible at
A new
those.
face for Gotham.
It always makes you sound like a
Put a
used
dent in
car
crime. Our
Which,
hope
for
is
the
in
record,
Harvey.
I
Hope.
have not been since before law school.
All right. How about, our hope is in Harvey?
Based.
You?
Genius.
It's not half bad. I'm gonna use that. Bruce, I meant what I said. Together, you and me, we change Gotham. A city free from crime, where children can play in the streets again.
That's what I want too, Harvey, but you know how rough it is out there.
They should
We
fucking
have to shake
kiss.
things
Computer,
up to
make them kiss. Clip that.
Well,
make
we
them
can start
kiss.
with a few hands. Come on.
Why is he taller than Batman? Don't like that. Why was the door just open? You got automatic gates, rich boy. Look, it's BB No Money.
Pause.
Mr. Wayne, I'd like to introduce you to
Bob and Regina Zellerbach. Of course I know these two.
Hello, Bruce.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises, and her husband...
Voted for Mayor Hill last time. I'll admit it, Mr. Wayne. I don't know Mr. Dent from a pothole on Main Street, but I trust your family.
Rich people don't
You
fucking
believe
go to
in Dent?
potholes.
We believe in you.
Damn. I'm
After
gonna.
all, whoever you support is a reflection on you.
We can all make a
And
difference.
we trust someone like you to lead this city to greatness.
Damn.
Well, thank you.
Putting
But
all
we're
the pressure
here
on
tonight
me.
because we want to make a difference, and that's what it's going to take. Every single one of us. Not just me, not just Mr. Dent. Everyone.
Right. Of course.
Political jibber jabber.
Old families like ours should flock together, you know, like birds.
You're preaching, dear.
No, it's true. The Waynes and Zellerbachs are reminders of the golden age of Gotham.
This city's luster faded years ago, Mr. Dent. Look at Gotham now. Murder in the streets, corruption in City Hall. That Cape Bat freak dealing out vigilante justice like it's the wild goddamn West.
Oh, Bobby, regarding Golden Age, seems you're getting cranky in yours. There's always hope.
Damn.
Forgive me for being blunt, but one man can't save this city. And it's a dangerous mentality
Harvey
to
Dent.
think
Hope
so.
can light the
That's
darkness.
how you get
Yeah, let's keep
creeps
things
like
light.
this Batman.
Well, I have to say I side with your wife on this, Mr. Zellerbach. Even a spark of hope can light the darkness.
Oh, an idealist with a bank account. He'll be broke before Election Day.
And I know Bruce would gladly spend every penny he has to fix this city. I don't doubt that for a moment. Don't worry, though. I am not doing this alone. With Bruce's help, we're replacing the dangerously unsecure Arkham Asylum with a state-of-the-art mental health facility to help Gotham's most at-risk individuals.
It is, what the
It will
fuck?
be dedicated to
Instead of
Thomas
beatings,
and
they
Martha
get like
Wayne,
white women in between.
hopes that their fate
In between beatings is
will
like
never
just
be
a
repeated.
white woman with a
all your
clipboard.
parents did for this city. Oh. To be killed in a botched robbery in some alleyway. It was terrible. Truly terrible.
And tragedy like that at such a young age must have been crippling.
That shit probably fucked you up, doesn't it, son?
Deranged man.
Thanks for your
had gotten
sympathy.
the
We're here
right
for Harvey,
treatment.
not
Maybe,
me. Thanks for your sympathy.
Well, I
Whatever,
don't
you
like
don't
to
got
think
me.
about maybes. And I'm sure you don't either.
Well, thank you. I wish my parents could be here speaking with you too.
And thank you, Bruce, for investing in the health of this city's future.
You have our support, Mr. Dent. Go get him.
We're on our way.
They will remember that. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Not saying I doubted you, but that went better than expected.
8 a.m. Waking up at 8 a.m. Jesus Christ, that guy's yoked. Catwoman?
Well, hello. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale.
Nope.
Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette.
This is a private fundraiser, Miss Vale.
Yeah, get the fuck out, bitch.
Allowed.
Well, you don't mind if I stay and ask a few questions, do you, Mr. Wayne?
Get out.
You can ask me whatever you want at the press conference tomorrow.
Actually, I'm here for
I do
Mr.
mind.
Wayne.
Actually, I do mind. If you're not on the list, you're not here. Sorry.
We'll talk tomorrow then.
Mogged.
Mr. Wayne, you've got something on your collar.
Is that blood?
Yeah. It looks
Maybe
like...
it's lipstick.
Actually, it's lipstick.
Well, no wonder you were late. Say no more.
Do excuse me, Master Bruce, but another guest has arrived.
I'm sure they'll find the bar.
You may want to greet this one personally, sir.
No shit, it's a bald man.
Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Falcone's never been convicted of anything except being a businessman who loves this city. Excuse us, Miss Vale.
Don't say that, Harvey. What the fuck?
And what kind of business do you think he's in?
The one that controls enough votes to get me into City Hall. This is the necessary evil of politics, Bruce. It's in the service of a better Gotham, for all of us. Look, at least hear him out before you kick him out. Falcone requested to speak with you directly.
Fuck me? Well, whatever.
I don't like this, Harv, but I'm trusting you.
Thank you, Bruce. Seriously. You know I have to pull every string I can to get elected.
Yeah, well, just make sure this one doesn't hang you.
A word of warning, Bruce?
Noticed. Noticed.
Play nice.
What if I beat the fuck out of everyone in this fucking...
I've
Fuck
been in
you.
the market for a new house. Decent walk-up, sky-high ceilings, plenty of room for my cars. I think I'll take it.
You can't afford it.
The decor offends my eyes. Man, all flash, no class.
Well, you couldn't afford it.
Yeah, right. Carmine Falcone, thank you for welcoming me.
Motherfucker, don't try to
into your
shake
home.
my hand after trying to fucking... Hang on. Now I gotta watch this. The beautiful women are watching.
You're a respectable man, I hear.
Yeah, fuck it.
Bruce Wayne.
I know who you are. The guy who's gonna sell me his house.
Gentlemen, perhaps we'll all be more
When did that
comfortable
happen?
in the parlor. Follow me, if you will.
Bald.
You should know, Mr. Falcone, my analysts say we're raising triple what Mayor Hill has...
You'll be fine out there, Harvey. I saw plenty of skirts to keep you busy for a few minutes.
Harvey stays with us.
A man's home is his castle. I respect that. Seen
The fuck is
and
that guy in the
not
back
heard.
doing?
Whatever you...
What did I say? Mr. District Attorney here wants to make sure the rules are followed. But
Mr.
in my
fucking Law and
experience,
Order
there's the
over
law,
here.
And there's doing what's right. You understand? And I'd rather see Harvey actually help this city instead of just saying he will.
Yeah.
The man talks too much. Chaps my face with words.
Unlike most people I've met, Harvey actually has integrity.
Bitch.
He's trying to make Gotham a better place.
Bitch ass,
So
bald
am I.
ass bitch
So
boy.
are you. Hey, we all carry this city on
Now
our
with that
broken
fucking
backs.
suit.
Might lighten the load if we do so together.
Harvey will remember that.
I ain't here to chinwag about politics, Mr. Wayne. Gives me indigestion. I got enough of that as is.
Where'd you get that?
So, let's talk relationship. Chalk this for me. Be a pal. I can get Harvey the mayor's seat, or I can pull it out from under him. Whatever happened to being a gracious host?
Kill him. Kill him.
Okay,
End this now.
imagine, this is me. And these are all my friends in Gotham. The businesses, restaurants, clubs, docks, unions, politicians. If Harvey gets elected...
That was a good break.
That's why I came here tonight to your lovely home. Hoping to make
I like
a new
cuts in
friend.
and out sometimes.
One who can help Mr.
You and I are
Dent see
friends.
the
I get
light.
along with everyone. I'm just doing this for me. I'm shutting up.
Between
Fuck
your
him. He
businesses
could do the
and
talking.
mine, I bet we employ half the city. Now, we got a good thing going, so I don't see why we shouldn't team up. For Gotham. For our city. You listen to me, kid. I know somewhere inside that tuxedo you understand this situation.
Kill him. That's enough.
Money gets money. The risks, the alliances, the hidden costs. Your father knew which hands to shake. And which to break.
Don't talk about my father.
Don't you dare talk about my father.
You're getting worked up over nothing. Hell, I knew him longer than you did. People don't say no to me. Not
Say
for
no.
long.
Yeah, gotta kill him.
Master Bruce, your guests are leaving. I recommend seeing them out. You wouldn't want to be rude.
Heed your butler's advice, kid. Oh, and I'm no longer interested in buying the house. The owner's a prick. And he's gonna get what's coming to him.
Wah wah. Fuck you. I'm fucking Batman. I'm fucking Batman over here. Oh, that was just the intro. Damn, was that the whole fucking thing? No, whatever. We'll see. We'll see. You'll all see. Oof, I gotta pee. Actually, you know what? Hour 30. That's good. Let's cut it. This isn't my real job. I gotta fucking